Hi everyone! Here's a video of me throwing a mug fully from start to finish. So no editing out of the boring parts, just one pot made on the wheel. I start with about 1.25 pounds of clay. That'll give you a 16-ounce mug. And the first step is to center it. I can tell the clay's centered when I touch it and my hand doesn't move at all. And then I'm going to open up a well in the center of that hockey puck of clay and open the base of the pot. And I'm actually opening it on a slight curve because I know that when I trim it, I want it to stand up on a foot ring. Then I begin to pull up the walls. The first pull is just to even out that big lump, that ring of clay at the very base. And the second pull is where I really start to lift the weight of clay up and thin the walls out. And then compress the rim, make sure everything stays centered. Now this third pull is where I lift any excess weight from the base and I also start to shape the form that I'm heading for. So you can see a little bit of a curve entering in. My final shaping happens with a metal rib on the outside of the form that lets me push out against a really flat surface so I don't leave any finger marks in the clay, which is important for me when I decorate the pot. And it lets me get a really beautiful smooth curve pushing out against it. Sometimes it's helpful to go over that form twice just to refine any inconsistencies and get a really strong line quality to the profile of the mug. And that looks pretty good. I'm looking in a mirror when I look up to see what's happening so I can see the profile of the pot without having to bend sideways and torque my back. Now I'm using a sponge to remove any water from the interior of the pot, making sure the rim is a nice smooth shape to put your lips on. Then I'm going to cut away any extra clay at the base. That also makes an indentation for me to put my wire tool through when I cut the pot off. And that's all. Finished mug. I'll trim it after it's dry.